Hey, welcome back to the channel, where philosophy meets everyday life. Ever felt the sting of someone's harsh words, or found yourself boiling with anger over a rude comment? It's like a bucket of cold water splashed in your face, isn't it? Disrespect can catch us off guard and really test our patience. Now imagine if you could turn that icy shock into a refreshing wake-up call. That's where Stoicism comes in. It's not just an ancient philosophy, it's a way to strengthen your inner self, a toolkit for turning adversities into steps for personal growth. Stoics are like alchemists, turning lean insults into golden wisdom. And that's exactly what we're going to explore today. If you're on board to become the standout person, the one everyone admires, not just for what you say, but for the inspiring way you live your life, then you're in the right place. Before we dive into the heart of the matter, if you haven't already, take a second to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. It's just one click for you, but it means the world to us. It supports the channel and keeps you updated with all our latest ideas and strategies for a Stoic way of life. Ready to get started? Let's delve into these tried and tested strategies and transform how the world sees you, and more importantly, how you see yourself. Let's unpack this together. Disrespect. It's like a bitter pill we're sometimes forced to swallow, isn't it? It can stir up a storm of emotions within us: anger, confusion, maybe even a little pain. It's natural to feel shaken when someone casts shadows on our path. After all, we're human. But here's an idea: what if we could see disrespect as just noise, mere background noise? Stoicism teaches us that our true power isn't in silencing the noise, but in becoming indifferent to it. It's not about building walls, but letting the noise pass through us without leaving a mark. When someone disrespects us, they're often just projecting their own inner turmoil, their own storms. It's not really about us. Stoics, like a sage in the eye of the hurricane, remain calm. They knew something profound. The only thing we truly control isn't what happens to us, but how we respond. So when the winds of disrespect howl, remember that you have the power to remain untouched. You're the calm in the center, the master of your own peace. In the next few minutes, we're going to walk through not just surviving disrespect, but thriving despite it. So take a deep breath, let it out, and let's embark on this journey with the quiet confidence of a Stoic. Number 1, keeping composure. The Stoic shield against life's chaos. Imagine yourself amidst a whirlwind of unexpected events, where every twist seems to challenge your peace of mind. Here arises the question: how to maintain composure in the face of the unpredictable? The answer, my dear listeners, lies in the ancient wisdom of Stoicism, a philosophy that not only teaches us to weather life's storms, but also to find serenity in the eye of the hurricane. Visualize the Stoic shield as a symbol of your unshakable calm. This shield is not forged from metal, but from a much more resilient compound: tranquility, resilience, and clarity of thought. It serves not to defend us from physical blows, but to protect us from the emotional and psychological storms we face daily. In a world where chaos seems to be the norm, possessing this Stoic shield is more vital than ever. It allows us to face challenges, disappointments, and even tragedies with a balanced mind and a serene heart. But how do we exactly develop this Stoic calm? The answer lies in the constant practice of reflection, in accepting what we cannot control, and in cultivating a perspective that values serenity over turmoil. By adopting this stance, you become like a lighthouse in the fog of uncertainty, guiding yourself and others to calmer waters. The Stoic shield not only protects us, but also illuminates our path, showing that even in the harshest adversities, we can find a tranquil and resilient strength within us. Imagine the following situation. You have an important presentation at work. you have meticulously prepared, dedicating hours to research, structuring your speech, and practicing. However, on the day of the presentation, a series of unforeseen events occur. First, an unexpected traffic jam delays your arrival. Then, as you begin the presentation, you realize the projector is not working. To top it off, you realize you forgot some of the supporting materials at home. In this scenario, chaos seems to take over, and stress begins to set in. Here is where the Stoic shield comes into play. Instead of giving in to frustration and panic, you pause, take a deep breath, and remember that not everything is under your control. The traffic and faulty equipment are beyond your reach, but your reaction to these setbacks is not. You then decide to focus on what you can control, your attitude and your presentation. With composure, you explain the situation to the audience and use the whiteboard to illustrate your key points. Your ability to maintain composure and adapt to the situation not only saves the presentation, but also impresses the audience with your resilience and flexibility. In the end, what could have been a disaster turns into a demonstration of competence and emotional balance. This is the power of the Stoic shield, transforming adversities into opportunities, maintaining serenity and effectiveness even under pressure. So remember, when chaos unfolds around you, raise your Stoic shield. In it, you will find the necessary calmness to not only survive but thrive, turning every challenge into an opportunity to strengthen your serenity and resilience. Number 2, self-examination, the mirror of actions and harmony with personal values. In the journey of life, we often find ourselves at crossroads, confronted with choices and decisions. In these moments, self-examination emerges as an essential compass, guiding us towards authenticity and alignment with our fundamental principles. But what does it really mean to conduct a self-examination? And how can we ensure that our actions reflect our deepest values? Self-examination is like looking into a mirror, not just to see the surface, but to see beyond, into the depths of our motivations and intentions. It is a moment of introspection, where we question not only the what and how of our actions, but crucially the why. This introspective process invites us on a journey of self-discovery, where we align our actions with the values we choose to cultivate. Imagine a moment in your life when you had to make a tough decision. Perhaps it was in a professional context, where the easiest choice wasn't necessarily the most ethical. Or in a personal situation where your actions could deeply affect another person. Self-examination in these moments becomes a powerful tool, helping you reflect on your choices and act in a way that is in harmony with your moral principles. Moreover, self-examination is not an isolated practice, but a continuous habit that helps us grow and evolve. By regularly examining ourselves, we can identify patterns in our behavior, recognize mistakes, learn from them, and most importantly, make conscious adjustments to improve. This leads us to a more authentic and meaningful life, where each action is a reflection of our deepest values. Therefore, I encourage each of you to adopt self-examination as a regular practice. Allow yourself this moment of reflection, looking into the mirror of your actions and questioning if they resonate with the echo of your inner values. By doing so, you not only strengthen your character, but also pave a path of integrity and authenticity. 3. The power of pause, allowing wisdom to dictate our responses. In a fast-paced world where the pressure to respond quickly is constant, the art of pausing before reacting becomes a valuable resource. This seemingly simple practice can be the key to a more balanced and thoughtful life. But what does it really mean to hit the pause button? And how can it change the dynamics of our interactions and decisions? When faced with a situation that triggers an emotional response, whether it's an unexpected criticism, a misunderstanding, or even an impulsive temptation, Our natural tendency is to react immediately. However, it is precisely at this moment that the power of pause proves crucial. Instead of succumbing to the first impulse, taking a deliberate pause allows us to breathe, reflect, and let wisdom, rather than emotion, guide our response. Imagine, for example, someone says something that hurts your feelings or provokes anger. Instead of responding hastily, you give yourself a moment. In this brief interlude, you ponder, what is the best way to respond? This pause creates space for reflection and calm, enabling you to choose a response that is aligned with your long-term values and goals, rather than an impulsive reaction that you might regret later. This habit of pausing also has a profound effect on our mental and emotional well-being. It teaches us to be more patient, to develop self-control, and to cultivate a more balanced perspective on life. Over time, this practice transforms into wisdom, a skill that allows us to navigate the complexities of life with greater serenity and understanding. Therefore, the next time you find yourself in a moment of tension or challenge, remember the power of pause. Give yourself that moment to breathe, reflect, and allow wisdom, not impulsivity, to determine your course of action. By doing so, you not only enhance your interactions and decisions, but also move towards a more conscious and balanced life. 5. Rational response. Opting for reason and letting virtues be our guides. In our lives, we are often confronted with moments that demand a quick decision. In these instances, it's tempting to act based on immediate emotional reactions. However, there's a more powerful and effective alternative: the rational response, a conscious choice to use reason and allow our virtues to guide us. But how do we make this choice, and why is it so crucial? Opting for the rational response means stepping back from immediate emotions and assessing the situation with clarity and objectivity. It's choosing to respond in a way that aligns with our deepest values, rather than simply reacting to external stimuli. This approach not only avoids unnecessary conflicts, but also promotes a more harmonious and meaningful life. Consider, for example, a situation where you feel unjustly treated or provoked. The impulsive response may be one of anger or retaliation. However, by choosing the rational response, you pause to ponder, is this reaction aligned with my values? How can I respond in a way that reflects my integrity and compassion? Such an approach can lead to a more peaceful and constructive resolution, strengthening your relationships and your own character. Furthermore, choosing the rational response allows us to cultivate virtues such as patience, empathy, and wisdom. Each time we choose to respond rationally, we reinforce these qualities within ourselves, creating a virtuous cycle of personal growth and better understanding of others. Imagine you're at your workplace and during a meeting, a colleague harshly criticizes the project you've been dedicating weeks of effort to. Your initial reaction is one of frustration and a desire to immediately defend yourself. However, instead of impulsively responding, you decide to apply the principle of the rational response. First, you pause, giving yourself time to breathe and calm your initial emotions. In this moment of reflection, you ponder, what is the value behind this criticism? Is there something constructive I can take from it? How can I respond in a way that reflects my integrity and commitment to quality work? Then, instead of defensively contesting, you choose to address the situation with an enlightening question, seeking to better understand the colleague's perspective. You calmly respond, "Thank you for your feedback. Could you provide specific examples of what I can improve? I'm willing to consider your suggestions to enhance the project." This approach not only demonstrates your maturity and openness to growth, but also transforms a potential conflict into an opportunity for learning and collaboration. By choosing the rational response, you exhibit virtues such as humility, empathy, and a willingness for continuous improvement, strengthening your professional reputation and relationships. Therefore, I encourage each of you to consider the rational response as a powerful tool in your life arsenal. Let your virtues guide your actions and decisions. By doing so, you not only navigate life with greater balance and serenity, but also become an example of integrity and wisdom for those around you. 6. Embracing acceptance. Accept what you cannot change and focus on your growth. In the journey that is our existence, we often encounter situations that are beyond our control. Whether it's a setback at work, a personal loss, or an unexpected obstacle, life has its share of surprises and challenges. In these times, embracing acceptance becomes an essential skill. But what does it truly mean to accept? And how can it catalyze our personal growth? Accepting is not passive resignation, but an active choice to recognize and embrace reality as it is, without trying to force it to be different. It's understanding that, while we cannot control all external circumstances, we have complete control over our attitude and internal reactions. By accepting what we cannot change, we release significant energy that was previously trapped in resistance and frustration. This redirected energy can be used for our personal development. Instead of spending our time lamenting what cannot be altered, we focus on growing, learning, and evolving from the experiences life presents us. Imagine you've been working at the same company for several years, performing a role that brings you satisfaction and security. Suddenly, due to changes in the economy or the company's structure, your position is unexpectedly eliminated. Initially, you feel shaken, frustrated, and worried about the future. This is a situation many face, and the initial reaction is often one of resistance and fear. However, after the initial impact, you begin to apply the principle of embracing acceptance. You acknowledge that while you cannot change the fact that you've lost your job, you have control over how you react to this change. With this realization, you start to see the situation in a new light. You decide to use this moment as an opportunity to reassess your passions and career goals. Perhaps there was a hobby or interest you've always wanted to explore professionally, but never had the chance. Or maybe you realize that this is the perfect opportunity to enhance your skills, seek additional training, or even change careers. As you open yourself to new possibilities, you start to realize that this unexpected change may be a disguised gift. You engage in new experiences, meet new people, and discover aspects about yourself that were previously hidden. Over time, you find a new direction that not only satisfies your professional ambitions, but also brings a new sense of fulfillment and joy. This process of acceptance and adaptation not only helps overcome the initial challenge, but also results in significant personal growth. You become more resilient, adaptable, and open to change, valuable qualities in all aspects of life. Embracing acceptance also teaches us to value the present. By accepting what is, we're able to more fully appreciate the current moment, cultivating gratitude and a greater awareness of life's small joys. Therefore, I invite each of you to practice the art of acceptance. See each challenge not as an insurmountable obstacle, but as a step on the staircase of personal growth. By doing so, you'll not only find greater peace and serenity, but also become more skilled architects of your own lives. 7. Understanding through empathy, the art of connecting with others. Navigating the complexities of human relationships requires more than just intelligence and good communication. It demands a skill that transcends words and actions: empathy. Empathy is the ability to put yourself in someone else's shoes, to feel and understand the world from their perspectives. It's an invitation to deep connection, where understanding doesn't just come from the mind, but also from the heart. But how do we exercise this essential skill? Empathizing doesn't simply mean sympathizing or agreeing with others. It's a genuine attempt to understand their emotions, motivations, and experiences, even when they're vastly different from our own. It's an effort to transcend our own viewpoint and see the situation through someone else's eyes. Imagine you're at a family dinner, for example, and a heated argument erupts between two family members about a sensitive topic like politics or child-rearing. Voices start to rise, and each party seems more interested in proving their point than in understanding the other. Observing the situation, you recognize the opportunity to apply empathy to facilitate mutual understanding. Instead of picking a side or trying to impose your own opinion, you decide to intervene with empathy. You ask for permission to speak and calmly begin to reflect aloud on the feelings and perspectives of both parties. For instance, you might say, "It seems like you're really concerned about the consequences of this decision and want what's best for all of us, and you seem to be seeking an approach that considers individual freedom and respect for differing opinions." By doing so, you not only validate each person's feelings, but also help to calm the atmosphere. Your empathetic intervention allows each party to feel heard and understood, opening up space for more constructive dialogue. You then suggest that instead of arguing, they try to together find a solution or a middle ground that respects both concerns. This act of empathy transforms the tone of the conversation. Instead of a confrontation, the discussion becomes an opportunity for the family to better understand each other's perspectives and strengthen bonds through mutual respect and open communication. Empathy also plays a crucial role in broader environments, such as the workplace or the community. By understanding others' perspectives and struggles, we're able to collaborate more effectively, support each other, and build more cohesive and supportive communities. Therefore, when interacting with others, always strive to exercise empathy, be present, listen attentively, and make an effort to understand their experiences and feelings. This practice not only enriches your relationships, but also broadens your own understanding of the world and the people around you. Number 8, setting boundaries, drawing your lines with respect and gentleness. This theme is a fascinating and essential journey in personal and interpersonal development. Let's delve into this universe, exploring the art of defining personal boundaries in a way that resonates with both kindness and respect. To begin, it's crucial to understand what boundaries are. They are like invisible lines we draw around ourselves. These lines aren't just barriers, they are statements of who we are and what we value. They protect us, define us, and most importantly, allow us to interact with others while maintaining our integrity and self-respect. Now, why is it crucial to establish boundaries? Simply put, for our mental health and emotional well-being. Without clear boundaries, we can feel overwhelmed, disrespected, and even lost. Well-defined boundaries provide us with a sense of security and enable us to interact with others in a healthy manner. But how do we draw these lines with kindness and respect? First and foremost, it's essential to know yourself. Understand your values, needs, and limits. This self-awareness is the foundation for establishing effective boundaries. Communication is key. When expressing our boundaries, it's vital to do so clearly, directly, and at the same time respectfully. Use "I feel" and "I need" instead of "you should" or "you can't." This helps prevent the other person from feeling attacked and opens up space for constructive dialogue. It's also important to be open to feedback. When we set a boundary, we may not get it right the first time. Be open to adjusting your boundaries based on others' responses and needs while staying true to your core values. Let's imagine a common scenario in the workplace to illustrate the concept of setting boundaries with respect and kindness. Suppose you're an extremely dedicated professional, known for your efficiency and commitment. Your colleague, Pedro, often asks for help with his tasks. Initially, you were more than willing to help, but over time you've realized that it's impacting your own workload and well-being. One Wednesday, Pedro approaches you with a request for help on a project that is clearly his responsibility, not yours. You feel it's time to set a boundary. With a calm demeanor and a friendly voice, you say, "Pedro, I notice that you're having difficulties with this project, and I understand how challenging it can be. I've helped you in the past, but right now, I need to focus on my own tasks that are demanding a lot from me. I can give you some tips or suggest resources that might help you, but I won't be able to be directly involved in the project as before." In this example, you not only set a clear boundary, but also did so in a respectful and empathetic manner. You acknowledged Pedro's challenge, expressed understanding, but were firm in communicating your inability to help this time. This demonstrates respect for both your own needs and Pedro's, maintaining a positive and healthy working relationship. Now let's consider an example that occurs outside the professional environment, specifically in a family context. Imagine you have a sister, Anna, who has the habit of frequently asking for money. Although you didn't mind helping her initially, you've begun to realize that this situation is becoming a constant, affecting your personal budget and causing discomfort. One Sunday afternoon, during a family lunch, Anna discreetly approaches you and asks for a loan again, claiming to be going through financial difficulties. You decide it's time to set a boundary. With empathy and serenity, you respond, "Anna, I know you're going through a tough time and I've always wanted to support you, but I've noticed that these frequent loans are affecting me financially. I can help you this time, but it will be a smaller amount, and we need to talk about how you can better manage your finances. I want to help you find a more sustainable solution so that you don't rely so much on loans in the future." In this case, you not only set a financial boundary, but also offered help in a way that empowers Anna to better manage her own finances. Your respectful and gentle approach maintains family harmony while preserving your financial health and setting a clear expectation for the future. Remember, setting boundaries isn't an act of selfishness, it's an act of self-respect. By doing so, you not only protect yourself, but also teach others how to treat you, setting a precedent for healthy and respectful relationships. And of course, respect others' boundaries. Just as we expect our boundaries to be respected, we must do the same. Recognizing and respecting others' boundaries is an essential two-way street for healthy interpersonal relationships. Finally, don't be afraid to reaffirm your boundaries. Sometimes people will test them, and that's okay. Reaffirming your boundaries is a reminder that you value yourself and deserve respect. Throughout this exploration, we see that setting boundaries isn't just about saying no. It's about saying yes to yourself, to your well-being, and to healthier and more rewarding relationships. It's a balance between self-respect and respect for others. A delicate dance between giving and receiving. We've come to the end of this extraordinary journey through the universe of Stoicism and self-discovery. Along this path, we've uncovered the secrets to dealing with adversity, cultivating empathy, maintaining serenity, and setting boundaries with respect and kindness. But like any worthwhile journey, the end is not truly an end, but a vibrant invitation to new beginnings. Now I ask that you take a pause, breathe deeply, feel the transformation that has begun within you. This transformation is not momentary, it is a continuous evolution, a path you have chosen by embracing these lessons. And as this chapter closes, another one opens. The wisdom we share here is just the beginning. There is much more to explore, to learn, and to live. So, I invite you to continue with us on this enriching journey. Subscribe to our channel, enable notifications, leave your like and share this video. Every action of yours strengthens our community, expanding the reach of this transformative philosophy. But before we depart, one last reflection. Remember that Stoicism is not a destination, but a journey of constant growth, resilience, and harmony with the universe. Every obstacle is an opportunity, every challenge a teacher. You have the power to turn every moment into a step towards serenity and wisdom. So I ask, are you ready to continue this journey with us? Ready to discover new perspectives, embrace challenges, and transform your life? If so, join us in the next stage of this adventure. Let's unravel more mysteries together, celebrate each achievement, and grow side by side. Comment below how these lessons have impacted your life and what else you would like to explore. Your voice is essential for shaping our next encounter. And don't forget, share this message with someone you believe will benefit from these words. Until next time, Stoic warriors, stay strong, resilient, and wise. The journey continues, and we are excited to have you with us. See you in the next video.